Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Homa Academy Live. Hope you guys are doing well. We are going to look at a new prototype game coming out this week. Looks pretty interesting. I kind of like the format of the game. We'll get into it in a minute. We're going to have a look at the App Store assets first. We are going to look at the game and the game design. We're going to talk together about any improvements we can make. We are going to look at the CPI videos and all of that good stuff. So, full deconstruction today. Prototype released this week, as far as I can tell. What is up in the chat there? Good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome. Before I forget, and I always do, if you haven't already, come and join the Discord. Chat with us throughout the week. Submit your games there, and we give you some feedback. And if you like the CPI show, which many of you gave us great feedback on, so we're really thrilled about that. Don't forget, inside the Academy, as well as all the training and information, the Market Watcher, all the good stuff, and of course you can test your games with Homa from our self-serve dashboard there. You can submit your CPI videos for us to showcase on next month's show. Well, in a few weeks, to be fair. And we can go through and look at why perhaps your CPI videos didn't perform as well as they could have done. And I'll be joined with Oleg once again to go through, and he'll be giving his expert feedback on improvements you can make. And that sort of stuff is invaluable to take forward to your next prototype, to see where you might have gone wrong, or things you can tweak, or things to think about when doing your prototyping and your tests. So what is up, everybody? Greetings, Captain from Elbow. What is up, Elbow? What is up, Mickey? What is up, Bayram Sultan? Hey, what is up? Chris Trudeau is here. Amazing. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Teodoro, thank you, Homa, for doing this for us. Well, you're very welcome. We're glad that you can join with me today. Super thrilled to see you all here. Chris, Julie, Colette, hello. Let's get straight into things today. So speaking of the Discord, you can get all the new games that are coming out this week in the new games. I've put a new dedicated channel in there now, so I'm posting as soon as games come out and I can see them coming in. You'll get all the latest prototypes that I come across, ones that I find interesting, curated for you. And you can just go in and pick what you like. A new one from Supersonic's just come out. An interesting one from Roundup that's fully gone into their account now. So overall, just go and join the Discord, and there is a link down there just for you. You can scan your phone and join instantly. And of course, you can come and chat with us throughout the week. And that's good, because we want to talk to you. We want to hear your struggles. We want to see how we can help. And if you just want a bit of advice on something, feel free to post. So good to see all the posts in there this week. Just thrilled about being here today, being busy the past few weeks. You have been missed, Elbow. It's got to be said, but we're glad you're here today. So there's the Discord. Go and join us. Loads of new games. This is a really good way to keep up with what's happening in the market. You probably come across something, go, oh, kind of like that one. Maybe I can do a version of that, or take inspiration from what's being tested. Always good to see. We're going to take a look at... Well, let's go to the bottom, because it's the last one I posted, I think, on this. Here, we're going to look at Trigger Happy Agent from Fubu Games, testing under Rolex. But this one has... Well, let's look at the screenshots on the App Store to start with. You might recognise this. We covered back about 4 months ago now a very similar game in Merge Fighter. And I want to say Games. I'm pretty sure it was Say Games. And I really like this format. And I picked this one today because they don't seem to be doing that well. And it's disappointing. So I thought today we could figure out what is good about this sort of format, what we could do to potentially make this work better, for want of a horrible way of saying that. But I think there's something to this, and I love the idea of it, but none of them have really sort of crushed it. And I pulled Merge Fighter up on Sensor Tower, so we can have a look at the downloads on that and see that one, and we can have a look at some of the creators on that as well. What is up, Frostwolf? So this is the game today, and it's one of these games where there's a merge element, like in the lower two thirds, and on the top third there's the sort of auto player, or kind of your actions taken underneath affect the sort of auto movie playing at the top. So you can see there's got a really big area here, which I think is really nice to do some merging. And you can see from the screenshots, we've got our little dude running along here, and we're going to build him up with different guns and weapons and all sorts. Looks like he's got clothes to put on, and it looks like it's been built really well. So I want to check it out, and I think it's always good to have a look at these types of games, maybe introduce you to this format that you've never seen before. But I personally really like it, and I'm just not sure whether or not it's a format that can work. And that's what I want to, with your help today, I want to see if we can figure out what we could do to potentially really make this format work. Maybe they aren't doing well because it looks like a complicated merge mechanic, if you remember them from before. Yeah, that might be why, Jules. But let's have a look. We'll have a look. So this one looks particularly nicely built. It's got a lot of stuff going on. We've got inventory stats and abilities to upgrade here, but we shall see. So pretty good screenshots overall. But that's that's what we're going to check out today. Before we do that, I want to head on over to Sensor Tower real quick. So, it's tap to play, not say games. My bad. So this is the one we covered back on the stream a couple of months ago. Well, about 4 months ago at this point. And we can see here that the total downloads. It was released last May, I believe. And it's had 110,000 downloads according to Sensor Tower, averaging 20,000 a month, which makes about sense. What do we have the date? It was the worldwide release here. Where does it say the worldwide release? Let's have a look. It does say somewhere. Let's have a look. It might be slightly in a different place here because here we go. So worldwide release was 21st of August. So so it's been out about 6 months. But I really like this game. This one was really nicely built. But the downloads haven't been astonishing on this. I mean, don't get me wrong, 5,000 downloads a week is a solid release. But obviously, when we're talking about being top of the charts, we'd want to see that daily and some. So it hasn't really fulfilled the potential I think these have. And this one here was a really nicely built game, in my opinion. So I think it would be a good to pull this up first. Just to remind us, do we get a video here? So these are the screenshots for this one. It was really well built. It's not like for like, but you can see it's a very similar thing with a merge down below. There we go. A lot simpler than the one that we're going to look at today, but the top half or the top third of the screen of the actual game that you kind of watch was amazingly built. It was really top draw. So kind of AAA up the top here. So if this one hasn't performed as well, I think it's interesting to find out whether or not this kind of format can work. So yeah, I really like this game. And I'm obviously in the minority, but hey, you tell me. We'll have a look at it today, and I think that's kind of interesting. So the environments on this game were super awesome, for want of a better word, and it had a very simple 3-button mechanic here, and I think you merged. I can't remember how you merged now, I'll be honest with you. I think the merging was done here, and then there was a 3-button thing once the action started. I can't quite recall, but yeah, so I pulled this up to remind you of this, and it gives you, from iOS and Google Play, there's 110,000 downloads, averaging at 20,000 a month. Now, according to this, it's 245 in action. So it's still not shonky, right? By any stretch of the imagination. So a lot of big numbers get bounded around all the time. Let's just put it into a bit of context. It's still doing really well, but it's not a knockout success. All right, makes sense, eh? Hope that is clear. So let's go and have a look. I'm just going to pull the App Store up again. 1 second, if my brain works. Here we go. So here's our screenshots for the one. today. Obviously, it's a prototype, so wouldn't expect any sort of magical marketing screenshots here. But I mean, you tell me in that chat, what do you think of this screenshot? I think it's pretty dull, personally, and I'm not sure it really does anything for the game. But yeah, let me know in that chat. Come and say hello if you haven't done so already. And obviously, if you want us to keep doing this sort of stuff, hit that like button. And I know half of you aren't subscribed. So if you're first time here, hit the subscribe button. We do this every week. Bland says Jilly. What do you think? It's too flat, says Chris. Yeah, it's like there's not a lot of action here. I think the shot of the little white jelly man up there. I like the movement as he's running, but you get real no sense of what this game is, and I think that's a shame. Icon could be bigger, and blank space needs to be smaller. Yeah, I think this one especially, because the actual mechanic of the game is relatively dull or less exciting than others. I think you should have creative license here to do a little bit, be a little bit more. I have no idea how to say it. I think you need to fake it a lot more, is what I'm trying to say, and I think that's perfectly acceptable to do so. But yeah, it doesn't. This is one where you could say you could have some strap lines on it saying "merge to upgrade your weapons" or something like that. Um, showing UI is typically not what you want to do, but I think it works for this type of game. But yeah, there we go. So that's the App Store assets. The icon itself is really nice up here. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, it's nothing like the actual game. But yeah, overall, that is what we're going to have a look at. So let's just, oh no. Every week, without fail, I'm going to turn my airplane mode on so we don't get any adverts here. Purely for the sake of the stream, so we don't get bombarded. It should show more with weapons in inventory. Yeah, exactly. It should fill that inventory up so you get a good picture of everything, right? So this is where I think you've got some artistic license. So, as always, I have never played this before, so it's the first time for me. I'm going to fire it up. Hopefully won't get any adverts. So Fubu Games, as mentioned, testing with Rollick by the looks of things. Great icon, but the game doesn't seem to reflect the same character. No, you're absolutely right. So here we go. So straight into the game, everything's darkened out, and tap to start, which is perfectly acceptable. I've got some adverts down there. Just gonna kill that and see to make sure. I might turn my Wi-Fi off if necessary. There we go. All right, so it might be cached on the advert, but we'll see. So tap to start. Pretty straightforward. We'll leave the advert for now. Hopefully we don't get any interstitials, otherwise I'll kill the Wi-Fi. So here we go. Let's see and check this out. So before we start, and I just want to get a feel of the room here. Anybody ever thought about making one of these sort of games, or does anyone play any of these sort of games before? What's your general feeling of them? Because it is an interesting sort of game design and mechanic, this one. And I personally think there's something to it. We've seen a few match threes that do this. And I'm just trying to work out whether or not what we can do to make these more exciting. So the animation at the top here, you can see I'm not doing anything. Our main goal of this game is merging and upgrading our stuff. The top third is a playthrough game. The animation looks really nice. The background is obviously 2D with this forest type thing. It's kind of dull, but okay. Ooh, that was cool. Oh look, we got that really fancy pointer there telling us to upgrade. Played some merge games, but not one of this type, says Jules. Do you happen to know the CPI on this? No, I don't, because it's not our game, but we're going to look at the CPI videos, and we'll find out, right? Well, we won't find out, but this is kind of why we're checking it out. So we got the level up here without doing anything, which is pretty nice. We get 50 coins. So really fancy hand pointer, which is nice. And I'm just about to die by the thing, by the looks of it. But let's do this gun. And now it's showing. Oh, okay. What's it going to do here then? All right, so that thing's still always on top, but nice that it's given us the merge hand here to show us what we're doing. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, nice. So our pistol has doubled. Not sure why we had a sword, because we had a gun before, but we've doubled our power, which is nice. And we got 50 diamonds, which is cool. Very good. And I guess we should try some... Okay. Nice. Alright, so we've got some clothes going on. Have merge games been done to death? Well, I don't know. This is kind of why I wanted to do this today, right? I like the fact that I can place these around. That really sorts my OCD out. What do you think? Have merge games been done to death? You know, there's always... God damn it. Alright. I had a feeling that might happen. Let's go back onto this. Let's turn my Wi-Fi off. And let's do that again, because we don't want these popping up all the time. Okay. It's like merge fighting by free play. Okay, I don't know that one. Johnny, what is up? Good to see you. There is... Ah, boo. Alright, so they blocked us. Alright, so we're going to have to endure some adverts here. That's disappointing. Okay. Alright. So yeah, it's there's been various versions of this game. Like I said, my favourite was the one from Tap to Play that we covered before. But I kind of like it, and I'm just not sure why they don't take as much. And that's what I want to gauge your opinion on today. So let's do some upgrades here. I don't think we want shoes. Let's do some more guns. Nice. I guess the sword is indicating the power. Sounds it's a bit random, that icon. I think you could just get rid of that sword on there. I think it's confusing. Alright, so now we've got a better gun though. And let's get ourselves a cap. Alright, so shield. I've got glasses. Okay. Let's put some shoes for the hell of it. And what about all this stuff? Right, so our stats need the diamond, need the pink diamonds, and our abilities, nice, is our income. So let's do that. And let's do that as a go. Okay. And let's do another gun. Oh, we've got a boss. Okay. And we get gems for the boss. Alright. So as you can see, it's not like hugely arcade exciting, but it's pretty chill. The GUI's really nice, I think. And let's see what happens now. So on level 3, we've got a little indicator at the top there, showing us how far we've got to the boss. So that's pretty nice. But so I'm just remembering now, on the merge fighting one, we definitely got involved in the actual fighting of the game. I remember now, we would do our merging, and then those three icons would come up, and we could block and hit and stuff. I didn't realise at first that the whole gameplay is automated. Yeah, exactly. Hands free, right? I'm not doing nothing, and I just died right on cue. Happy Friday, BJ 2020. Good to see you. Sorry I missed the studio that did this, says Chris. Chris, no worries. It's Fubu Games, Fubu. If you go into the Discord, you can grab yourself the link to the game right here in the new games channel. So there it is there. Oops. It's right at the bottom of that. It's the last one I posted. So head on over there for the links. As always, you can do that. So that's cool. Merge game seems to constantly evolve, and there are many different types, says Jilly. Yeah. Indeed they are. I like to see more emphasis on the rolling scenery with a smaller grid for the inventory. Well, it's funny you should say that, Gilles. I actually thought it was kind of the opposite. Oh, here we go. Let's just at least turn that off. So I was thinking I prefer I'm in a mix. I like the fact that there's plenty, it's not so fiddly, especially on an iPhone, to see how much room you have to do the merging and stuff. And I think that's pretty good. Here we go. So I've got plenty of money. I like that the baddies now has got a balaclava on. That's pretty cool. So let's try and upgrade ourselves a bit because I've got tons of money. And let's do that again. Oops. So we merge. Why is that not merging? There we go. There we go. And there we go. No? Nice. So level 4 pistol now. Got some gems each time that we merge together, which is kind of nice. Let's get ourselves some more clothes here. So level 3 of our clothes. So it's got that kind of upgrade system that I think is pretty nice. Pretty good. So where's our hats again? Let's do this. So level 3 hat now. And I've got to do this. Oh, you've got to go in there. Come on now. Don't fit in there. There we go. All right. So that's I kind of like that because I can set up and I know what I've got, and all of this stuff I can just upgrade as and when I want, which is nice. And we've got some more stuff here. So what are we thinking? I know this one's slightly different here today, but I really want to get your thoughts on what we're thinking. The animation's pretty nice up there. My gun is doing kind of well. I'm just about to die again, I think. I guess we should upgrade our shoes here, because we might as well get more diamonds for that, which I keep forgetting. So I'm just going to let us die a little bit, and then we'll upgrade our stats and our ability. Each have a little red circle there indicating... oh boy. Can't even...
Why can't you fix...
Skip this. Okay. I'm thinking you're actually enjoying it or not. Mardy, I'm not sure. Quite frankly, I can't work out. I really like the idea of these games. I can't work out whether there's something to them. I just can't. I can't get it in my head what I think. This is why I want your help. I want you to tell me, what do you guys think? Let's upgrade some of the stats as we're going along, because we've got loads of these. Let's do some defense, because we keep getting keep dying a lot. And our abilities for the secondary income, let's do the income as well. So I'm relying on you lot to tell me your thoughts on this today. Okay, nice. Let's do the gun. Ooh, level 5, good. More diamonds. Let's do... Okay, so we got a lucky dress. Increases the chance of gaining a +1 level dress when merged. Okay. Why not? And a lucky gun. Yeah, let's do that. So the environment at the top is relatively dull right now. I think it's smooth, but there's something missing. Right, exactly. So this is, as we do on our deconstructions, this is our time, all of us, to flex our creative muscles. Great exercise. That's why we do it on a Friday. What can we do? What can we do? If this was your game, what would you be doing? What can we do? And maybe if we come up with a killer idea, it might give you a really good inspiration to go ahead and try and build one of these yourselves. Now, I think what could happen is, for me, and I'm just throwing it out there, I think it would be nice every now and again that something would pop up that would give us a limited time, like a power-up, not an advert, like a power-up that would that we'd either run into, and of course the adverts come on, so let's just see if I can quit out this real quick. Oh my goodness. Interesting that there's adverts on this test though. So I'm thinking maybe at the side of our screen here, either side of our inventory merge box, or up on the top third where we're running along or walking at the moment, I would think it would be nice if we ran over a power up and for a short amount of time, our character turned into, I don't know, had extra armor on, or even went really large for a bit, or turned into a robot or a dinosaur or something. Something like that, which will give it really visual interest and make it slightly more exciting. That would be where I'm starting. So we got gems and more dress up here. Let's spend some of our monies. Oh, we got a... Okay, so we got a background change at the top there, which is pretty nice. Okay. Nice parallax on the 2D at the on the back there, but that's kind of cheap but effective. But we like that. So what should we do? We've got loads of money. Let's merge some stuffs. And I kind of want to do the guns more than anything. Although they're getting super expensive, so maybe we should do this. Okay, more gems. Very good. And let's do some more of this stuffs. Cool. Okay, and let's do some of our stats here. Let's do our HP because, oh, it's maxed, alright. Okay. Not too many in there. Do our income because we can. So I'm looking to you. What we got? I hate it when you have to merge from level 1 and your current item is level 4, so you repeat. Yeah, that is something, isn't it? So, oh my god. So yeah, once you're right, you got to. If we're on a level 6, we got to keep merging and merging and merging. I'm not sure how you get away from that actually, but I know I get your point there. It is a bit annoying, isn't it? You kind of want to sort of skip a level 1 and go straight to level 5 or something, right? I mean, what icks me about the merge mechanic? Yeah, got it. I think it would be nice if there was some shooting button that keeps you merged in the game. Yeah. So that's exactly what I said about the merge fighting from Tap to Play. They did exactly that, and that was way more engaging, even though it was practically a spam button. I think this one's missing that for me. I think that's a great shout there. Right, what have we got? Does that go? That's one behind. That's getting really expensive. Backgrounds are quite uninspiring, says Jill. Yeah, it's not much to look at. And there's nothing wrong with them, by the way. They're perfectly nice. But yeah, it is a little dull, isn't it? Shooting is super repetitive. Those two games you played long ago, which had many weapons and stuff to destroy, were much better, even though they had a similar base gameplay. Agreed. We can easily buy providing higher level items to buy afterwards. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe making enemies die in and one shoot and looks impact in one shot and look impactful. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Because I'm not really doing anything and we're always waiting for the monies. And you're right, I've got to really now go back and merge older stuff. And it is, it's quite confusing a lot of the time because I don't know. I suppose it does say levels on there. Yeah, right. I'll shut up. But yeah, we've got our boss coming up next. 500 coins, which is... It was alright. We're going to die here. But it's nice that they've got the health bars on them. I think that's quite good. But yeah, overall, this is... who said that a minute ago? Mardy. You said, literally said about the fighting. And you're right. It's without that, I think because the merge mechanic is relatively dull. For reals though, is this like non-skippable? Gosh. Wow. So do we get to the boss straight? Oh, we have to start the level again. Okay, that's interesting. So we need to keep our health up here. Wow, that was brutal. Alright. So we need to concentrate on the health more here. Alright. I mean, I don't know. I think having multiple enemies with lower health so you can die faster would be much nicer. Now that is a really good point. So this is it, guys. This is why I love it when you start, because you're right. We have to kill. We should be like, wouldn't it be way more fun if we're a lot more powerful? I know. Well, I mean, we're only on stage 3 right now, but wouldn't it be nice even to mix them up? So these ones, this guy here has got. We're doing with a level 5 gun. We're doing just under one of their health bars, so it takes 5 shots. So these ones here with the balaclavas take 10 shots a go. And yeah, you're right. It would be way more fun, don't you think, to have double the enemies rather than double the health, maybe. The cosmetics don't make any sense either. Well, I mean, we have to give some license, poetic license here. But let's up our health to a level 5 as well. We've got another diamond. Let's just spend it on something. And let's do a couple of shoes maybe. But yeah, I think that is a really good shout. That up the top there, these games rely... Oh my goodness. These games rely on... Because you're watching it so much, I think you have to really nail the graphics at the top, right? That I think so. I cannot see the little X here. And why we've got a word search with a Christmas theme on it is anyone's guess. Alright. So, let's see if we can upgrade our gun again. Yeah, it's getting super expensive, isn't it? So yeah, it's kind of a little bit dull, isn't it? Nothing going on so much. Whilst the backgrounds are adequate and perfectly alright and not janky and they look nicely drawn, they're not very engaging, are they? What could be cool is to have armor parts which fall off as we fight and we can buy them and equip them, making the player more involved with the combat. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. So keep your suggestions coming. Let me know. And if you like this sort of stuff and you want us to carry on with this, as always, show your support by hitting the like button, and that way we know that you're liking this content and we can do more of these. Got some interesting stuff coming up for you guys as well. And if you didn't see it, George released his new video out, taken from the Game Creators event, so be sure to check that out. Multiple weapons or some more powerful but with cooldown. Yeah, I think for me, it's a little bit dull at the top, even though they built it really well. So if you are the developer watching this, please don't take it in the wrong way. Take it in the spirit it's intended here. You built it pretty nice. We're just trying to have a critical eye on it and try and go through the process of thinking, what would we do with the game and how can we make it better? That's generally what we're doing here. So I'm just going to press any of these, which is interesting when we have these upgrades. You kind of get to the point where, oh my god, you get to the point where you're not really bothered about them. And I think that's a problem, because I'm just clicking anything. I'm not really reading it, and probably I'd do a lot better if I was trying to read it. The most difficult part of this game really is trying to shut the adverts down, obviously. Let's do another gun. Let's try and get one upgrade on these guns. So, purples. Oh, I could have done that already. Here we go. That gives me a blue, right? Oh, you can do it. There we go. So we've had like 4 different colours of the same gun here. Let's hope we get like a machine gun or something. So now we get a red one. All right. Okay. It's a little bit more powerful, isn't it? But I mean, I don't know. What do we think, guys? Shall we start thinking about maybe off topic? But I wonder why no one. Wait, what? Maybe off topic, but I wonder why no one asks in-game ads, since people hate ads and in-game ads emerge in the world of the game and much less annoying. Is it not profitable, or is you going to have to rephrase that? Typically ads generate a lot of money, and most people are used to them. Obviously, when we're doing it on the stream, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit more apparent. But yeah, that's where most of your revenue is going to come from. But this is where this year we're seeing a lot more hybrid, where we're up to 30% of the revenue comes from in-app purchases, right? So it's no one likes ads, but that's where they earn the money. Does need some different types of guns, as you just said, kind of expecting some sort of machine. Exactly. Like with these, I think they need to be more exciting because they're inherently quite dull in the gameplay. I think it's a mistake to really have this slow, gradual upgrade. That's right, Elbow. I think the slow upgrade in here is a problem because, quite honestly, I think I would have bailed beforehand. But overall, I think there's something to this type of game. I just can't put my finger on it exactly what you can do to make it more exciting. And I think you guys have come up with some great ideas today. Let's see if we can do a couple more merges. But the trouble is, because they're not very meaningful, I'm just not bothered about it. And this is built quite nice, I've got to say. It looks fun, but just looks fun. Exactly. It does look fun, doesn't it? But it really, it's not particularly engaging me. And that's it. Well, out of 10, what do we think? So this is your chance to give us some feedback. What's your vote out of 10? Is it your first time here? Hello. You can now vote. You can now put a number in that chat. Out of 10, doesn't matter. Just your gut feel out of 10. Is it a 2? Is it a 9? Do you love it? Is it a 9.7? Is it a 4? Let's have a look. Let's fill the room. See what we think of this game. You've got some great ideas of how you can improve it. Certainly for me, the merging's great and everything, but it's really slow to upgrade. And honestly, you don't get a lot of money. As soon as I mean, we should time it really. We're on like level 4 at this point. I've got no money to spend, and you have to. Whoever said, have make it so you can kill. There's more things to shoot. It would just speed the game up, even artificially. It just seems really, really slow from my point of view. Right, there's tons of you on here today. There's 5 people have voted. If you haven't voted, just vote. There's no rights or wrong. Jill thinks it's a 7. Elbow thinks it's a 6.5. BJ2020 thinks it's a 7. I think there's another advert. Chris is going in for a 6. Ray's gone in for a 3. There we go. Ray's putting it out there. It's not Ray's cup of tea. What do you think? Come on, we need a few more votes, and then we'll start having a look at the CPI videos. Nitish, good man. It's Kaha 4. Nitish is giving it a 4. Oh boy. Okay. So what do we think? A few more. So 3s and 4s. It's not just slow, but I think there's nothing to look forward to. Well, that's the other thing, right? So when we're looking at like what's to look forward to, I know we're going for the boss, but it's so slow getting there. It's just less than exciting, isn't it? So anybody considering giving the ideas that you've come up with today. Would you ever make one of these games? Yes or no? Simple question. Have the developers here missed a trick? What is they missing? What could you do to think, I know how to fix this? Because actually, I really still like the idea of this. It just hasn't. It's too slow. I think that's what I would do. I think what you need to do is speed the whole thing up for me. You just speed it all up and make it more exciting. And even at the end of each stage, even if you have to like start again or a little bit or something, but use the content and stack the content up. Where's my rocket launcher on stage 4? Where's my fun weapons to use? You know, where's my, like I said, I'd run over a power up and all of a sudden you bash through a couple of people and speed it up. And where's the fun and reward? And I think it's missing that. What is going on with my chat here? There should be a bullet number on the left, a shooting button in the empty side on the right, more weapons and a cool transition for each stage to make it cooler. Yeah, I like that. Lacks the engaging factor. Could be fully automated with more things to do. Switch weapons, fire abilities, equip armor. Yeah, exactly. Pickups are nice. Yeah, I think a pickup or something. So this is why we do it. So it's like, what can we do to make this a little bit more epic and a little bit more engaging? Because I think the game system's good. Personally, it's just what I think. Doesn't obviously, the really good one we saw before is not hitting it, and that was a really good version of it. All right, so let's go on and have a think about the CPI video. So that, because we know it's not that engaging, have a think about what would we do for the CPI videos, and is that the problem? Is there nothing within these two games that could, because the game itself isn't inherently exciting, is that reflected in the CPI videos, which is basically your advert for the game, saying, well, actually, the game isn't very, the game's a little bit too dull, and therefore my videos are going to be dull. Even at the most exciting part of the game, it's still quite boring. Is that the problem? And if so, what would your CPI videos do? So obviously, I did download them and I haven't really looked at them. For me, I would definitely be doing some merges down the bottom here. I like the idea he does that jump. I think that might be a good little section. He slides under, sort of Johnny Trigger style, something else I've seen at the top there. But you need some bigger guns, right? It's so lackluster, I think is the word I'm looking for. Looking at it, it's nice. Yeah, I think it is nice. I think they built it really well. All I think it's just slightly low key. I hope that comes across. I think they built it really nice and there's nothing wrong with the look of it. I just think it's a little low key and a little bit, I don't want to say meh, but I kind of mean meh. Like, where's the big guns where you do a pickup? Even the boss isn't that exciting, is it? Where's the boss where the boss should be massive? And you should, what about if you run up to the boss and then you pick up if you, even at the boss thing, you get to pick up a rocket launcher and fight him with a rocket launcher or something. It's just a little bit unexciting. And I think it's such a shame because it could be really smart. So this is what, like, less, it needs to be more epic. All right, so let's go and have a look at the CPI videos on that queue because I'm not watching someone else's. So CPI videos, let me get my brain in gear. I have them here somewhere. He says, seems to have lost every single icon that I was looking for. Let's go here. Here we go. So these are the CPI videos. This video is playing using TV AirPlay. Is it really? Okay. Well, didn't see that coming. How do I turn that off? Wow, okay. I'm literally bamboozled at this point. Does anyone know how to work an iPad? I have no idea why I'm airplane. Oh, is it that? Wow, okay. I've obviously pressed that. Sorry about that. Already pressed the stream button. All right, let's do this again then. So these are the videos. They've obviously... Oh, wow, they've totally... Oh, look at this. They've totally speeded it up. It's hard to fight naked. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. That tells you that you'll go through and tells a little bit of a story. But you can... What's interesting about this is this is totally speeded up, right? And isn't that telling that they've had to speed the video up to make it look more exciting? Let's play that one again. Oh, okay. So there's no... Where's the... Right, so a bit of merging there. Right. Screen has frozen. It has frozen, hasn't it, Jill? Sorry about that. Right. Let me... Alright. Well, that's disappointing. I am going to reboot my iPad. Or turn it off and turn it back on again. See if I can get that working for you guys. Sorry about that. Lives. Don't you love it? So let's try and get that done. I'm going to flip back and see if that's just brought it into life. Alright, well, I wasn't expecting that to happen. No, I'm going to have to reboot my iPad. Alright, let me reboot it. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So yeah, what was interesting? Did you see any of the video? Someone tell me. Did any of that video come out? Mardy, you're right. They did speed it up to show more. It's not uncommon to speed. All right, cool. It's not uncommon to speed up the gameplay to cram more in to get the idea of the game. I'm not really triggered about that at all. It's more to do with the fact that they speeded up. They speeded it up for... Okay, I've just flicked onto a different video here. Okay, that's more interesting. Please work. Come on. Is it going to go that again? Wow, why is it doing that? Okay, so now I've got no iPad. Oh boy. Okay. Huh. Disappointing. All right, well. That's good. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a problem. Give me 1 second while I think of something. What do you think of a Space Idle game? Oh, okay, you're going to be working on a Space Idle game. I think space is dangerous, if I'm honest. When can you tell me the last space game you saw in the top charts that has done anything particular? I'm not trying to crush your dreams. I'm just curious to know if you know any of the games that are space themes. Disconnect. Oh, Jules, that is a really good idea. I'm going to do that right now. All right. Do I get an iPad here? All right. YOLO. All right. Whew. Oh my god. Everyone +1 in the chat there for Jills for being Jill Skills. Well done, Jills. So yeah. Save the day. Well done. Chris says space can be a bit niche and hard to mass market. Yes, agreed. That was my point there, Elbow. Space is a really difficult one, especially for hyper casual. Well done, Colette. Moon Pioneer was pretty good, but I don't think that was a runaway success for Voodoo. That was kind of a good idea. Yeah, Moon Pioneer is the only one, and that's my point. So I think it's a risky theme, if I'm honest, and we're here to be honest. So I think it can be done, but I think it's very niche. Is my is my my gut feel on that. All right, I'm going to move to this next one. Now we've got the iPad going. All right, I need better gear. Look at this. Now that's how you do the CPI. Look how fast it is, though. I think it makes sense to be fast on the merging. But you know, when we're talking about doing the prototypes, we really want to just have pure gameplay, right? Just to make sure that we're getting a really typical feel of people digging the gameplay. This is highly manipulated, even at the start, and that is super fast. Go Jilly, indeed. BJ says, make Space IO where you eat planets and get bigger. Okay. You're welcome, Elbow. I think I would urge you to reconsider. Honestly, that's my honest advice. I would urge you to reconsider the theme. I'm not saying don't try it, but I think I think that's a difficult one. Only because you just don't see them. People aren't. They don't. You don't see them. And if they did well, if Moon Pioneer did better by Voodoo, there'd be thousands of them, right? They also speed up the CPI videos to make it look exciting. Exactly. Yeah, and they've done all the different. They've done the different items of gear that they're calling it. But yeah, I think this is what I think. This is one's got a problem. I think they missed a trick on the guns. Give me a +1 if you want a grenade launcher or something stupid here. I think that's. I think if you're starting to manipulate the CPI videos this early, I think it's a problem. If I'm honest. But I really like this, and I wish it would be. I wish they'd do better because I really like them. All right, so how many have I got? 3 or 4. So this is the first one. So there's no pure gameplay in this, which like I said, I'll let them off because it's like you need to see the upgrading so we can spill them up. We can spill them up. English is hard, obviously. You can speed them up. But overall, I think they're going to be fighting a losing battle here. I think you just need to make these way more epic, is my gut feel. Space themes are difficult to scale. You may get a low CPI in the beginning, but your target audience is quite limited to a couple of 100,000 users. CPI will increase upon bigger ad budgets. I think you're right. I think you're right. Like I said, it's too niche. I'm not sure the numbers there. It sounds quite low, 200,000, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think the problem you've got is try something less spacey. So I think you said you got another idea. Go with the other idea. So great to see you guys teaming up. I think that's super powerful. Happy to jump on a call anytime and go through anything if you want to talk stuff through. Always just DM me in that Discord. But yeah, I think overall. Yeah, I was just trying to think then what else we could do. I think you could zoom in at the top, like just sort of zoom in a little bit. Interesting that one there. Look, he's got them sliding under that thing that I said. Merging this gun was so hard. Okay. He slides under something here in a minute, I'm sure he does. It looks like they've got a different background to the one we saw as well, but maybe I lied. This one looks more zoomed in, right? It looks bigger, which I think is better to have these characters bigger. They've definitely done something different to that, I'm sure. Boss is just the classroom backbencher. Okay. The game is really nice sideways, you mean? All right. So there we go. I think that's all I got today. Maybe they tried it with a zoomed out video. It got better CPI. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, this isn't been out very long. This is like brand new, so this is probably the first run. But like I said, I do like the gameplay. I think the game system's good, and there's something to it. And I really like Merge. I tell you what, why don't we have a look at the Merge Fighter? See if we can get their creatives. Where's my brain? Safari, we want. I've still got it on here. Please don't log me out. Alright, we should be able to get to the creative gallery here. Okay, so this is merge fire. What did they do? Look how zoomed in this is. Look how bigger it is. I'm gonna need to turn the sound off. Look how much more fun this is though. I'm really nervous with that music. Where's the sound there? Okay. Cool. So exactly the same game, almost, from Merge Fighter, but look how different it is. Looks inherently exciting. The Street Fighter type fighting is way better than the gun, isn't it? This was so good, this game. I really liked it. Just me. Oh, look at this one, all zoomed in. Can I do that? Oh, there we go. I love that. That's a great effect, cracking that skull, isn't it? Like I said, a shooting bone. Yeah, exactly. I really like the fact that they've done the red and the blue on the grey scale of the creatives here. But isn't that more fun? You've got a big hammer, you've got a brick. So cool. So highly recommend checking this one out. You can go back. I got a feeling it is... I don't know. You'll see, I use this as the screenshot. If you go down on the live streams on our YouTube channel, you can see it in the thumbnail. This is a playable ad. And what's this one? The chainsaw's genius. They've really leaned into this skull cracking, which is good. More variety of weapons. Yeah, it's way more fun. But this one's not doing particularly well. And the creatives are pretty good, so maybe it's just a format people don't like. I don't know. But this had a bonus level and everything. So anyway, food for thought. We haven't missed any ones out here. These are what happens if I do this? Is it a video? Oh, it's a playable ad. Okay. Oh, look at that, you got a Thor. Alright. I don't think I can play this. Can't actually do anything with this on an iPad. You might be able to play it on the desktop. But there you go. Reminds me of a super cool comeback on Steam by an indie dev, sure. So there you go. Is that formula one that we can do? Highly recommend going. I've got to look it up now, and I'll tell you exactly. Check that stream out because it was really good. I promise you. I don't even know if I got YouTube on it. Oh, I know where we can go. Let's see if we can find it on the Discord. I highly recommend going checking that game out. I am going to go in here. I will share it with you in just a second, and I will show you exactly where to go here. I'm going to have to scroll down a hot minute. And let's see. It is Homa Academy Live number 10. I want to see if I can just pull it up here. And I highly recommend going checking out this stream. I wouldn't... I know what to do. Let's do this. And... okay, I just want to get this for you because I think it's well worth checking out. And then we'll start to wrap it up today. Okay. Here we go. I'll give you the... there's the Google Play link for you. And just see if I can find it on the iOS. Can't seem to find the iOS stick, but there is the There's a Google Play link for you. Highly recommend going and checking that out. Really cool game. So what do we think before we say goodbye today? Thanks everyone for joining with me. Hit the like button and the subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll ask you a huge favour. Leave a comment underneath to say whether or not you liked the game and the stream today. Helps me out a ton to know what you guys are liking. We're going to be mixing these sort of ones up with some other ones, some ideation stuff coming your way. But let me know, leave me a comment, especially if you're on the replay, of course. But overall, what do we think of that format? Is it a hit or is it not a hit? Can you tell us why this game isn't doing well? Well, you tell me. This is why I wanted to explore that new one, because we head on over and maybe it's not being pushed enough. Maybe it doesn't monetize as well. Maybe they're still working on it to get it to properly to scale. Why do you think it's not doing so well? I honestly don't know. I think it should be doing better. And I think the format is like best in class of that. And that's why when I saw this one today, I thought, oh, what are they going to do different? And I don't think they've pulled it off. Why isn't it doing? I don't know why it isn't doing well. It's just very difficult and unpredictable. Yeah, exactly. So even this is a really good point, really, and that's a great question, because even with a great game, and I say this to so many people all the time, even though your game there's nothing wrong with it, sometimes it just doesn't work. It doesn't capture the audience of the moment, and it's just one of those things. But with 20,000 downloads a month, it could still be a profitable little game for you. It's just not the millions and millions and millions, right? So that's where, if you remember right back at the start, you got to put some context to it. This is getting 1,000 downloads a day, thereabouts, right? Maybe 800 downloads a day, which is still really good and can be super profitable, especially for a solo dev or a small team. That can still earn you some money, right? So there we go. Hit or miss. I think the suggestions you guys made were great today, and I appreciate your input. But now looking at the merge fighter, it's like it just doesn't compare, and it just makes all the difference. But it was so much more fun. Amir, cleverly executed mashup of Button Fever and Merge Fighting. Yeah, exactly, Amir. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All right, going to start wrapping it up today. Food for thought, guys. Wanted to put this as like an unusual type game, but it might have given you an idea to do something. You never know. Nice one, Elbow. Yeah, I was going to say I'm here all day, but I'm definitely not, because I'm going to go in a minute. But we'll be here next week, so come and join us next week. We'll do the same. I'll pick another game, and if you've got a game that you think we should cover, let me know over on the Discord. You can scan your phone, join the Discord. Just even if you're a member of the Discord and you haven't said hello, just go in and say hello. It's always worth doing. Sorry for the breakdown on the iPad. Thank you, Jilly, for saving the day. Of course, have you rebooted it? Yes, I should have rebooted it. I should have unplugged it, and you're right. Have a good night, Chris. Chris Trudeau, if you've not seen Chris's interview that we did, go and head on over to the video section of the YouTube channel, because we did an interview with Chris. Amazing. 3 published games, crushing it, indie studio, 2 with us, 1 with Voodoo. If you want to know what all the tools Chris uses and how he comes up with ideas, it's all in there. So great to see you here on the stream today, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's not too cold in Canada for you. Blooming snowing here, which is terrible. But overall, that is going to say goodbye from me today. Thank you everyone for joining with me. Great to see so many of you on the stream. Really great to hang out every week. Do leave a like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. That's the best way. It tells us that we want to keep doing these things. And if you're on the replay, or if you're right here, just leave us a comment too. Let me know what you think. Have a great weekend, Colette. Great to see you here, Chris. Nice one. You're welcome. And with all that said and done, it's going to go and wrap it up. Come with me next week. Same time, same place. We will be brainstorming some new ideas. Don't forget, if you want us to review your CPI videos, upload them via the Academy. Come and join us inside the Academy, of course. And if you got some prototypes, come on over. Let us test them. We will pay for the marketing, and you can talk to me throughout, and I'm here to support you all the way and get your prototype to the top of the app stores. That's what we want. All right, you can't hear me. I'm really sorry, Mardy. I don't know why you can't hear me. I'm hoping everyone else can. But with all that said and done, that's going to go and wrap it up for me. Come and join us next week. Say hello in the Discord. Let me know if you've got any problems. We'll sort you out. All right. Till next week. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you later. And yeah, until then, see you later. Bye-bye.